The film, 17 Again, tells the story of Mike O'Donnell, a 37-year-old man who is disappointed with his life. At school, he was the star of the basketball team and one of the most popular kids. Years later, his marriage is falling apart. His teenage children have distanced themselves from him. One day, while at a school meeting with children, Mike runs into a mysterious janitor. During the conversation, Mike admits that he would like to go back in time to change his life. The next day, he wakes up and discovers that he is 17 again. He re-enrolls in the school where his son and daughter study. Mike sees his son being bullied and his daughter dating the wrong guy and realizes how little he knew about his children's lives. At the same time, Mike realizes how much he still loves Scarlett. Rethinking his mistakes, he realizes that he doesn't really want a different fate, but only wants to be a better father and husband. Jennifer's Body is a horror film with elements of black comedy, which tells the story of friendship and deadly obsession. The main characters are modest and shy Needy and her best friend Jennifer, the most popular and attractive girl in school. During the performance, a fire occurs and the rock band, who offered the girls shelter in their van, turns out to be involved in a dark ritual. After this incident, Needy notices that Jennifer has changed. She becomes literally irresistible and has supernatural powers that help her attract young men. But every guy who succumbs to her charms disappears. Needy gradually realizes that her friend has turned into something terrible, a creature that feeds on human flesh. When Needy realizes the true scale of what is happening, she decides to stop Jennifer, despite their former friendship. She faces a fight with her former best friend, who is now a bloodthirsty monster. The film, The Ugly Truth, is a romantic comedy with elements of provocation, where opposing views on relationships and love collide. The main character, Abby Richter, is a producer of a morning TV show, a smart and controlling perfectionist who believes in ideal relationships. A new employee appears on her show, Mike Chadway.
I like a woman on top.
A cynical, rude, and self-confident TV host who hosts a program about how men and women really see each other. Mike absolutely does not believe in romance. Abby and Mike become antagonists, since their approaches to life and love are opposite. However, after Mike suggests Abby to use his advice to win the heart of her new neighbor, the ideal man in her opinion, she agrees. During this funny experiment, their antipathy develops into something more. As a result, Abby and Mike understand that behind the cynicism and masks hides true affection and even love. Malavita is a crime comedy about a former mobster named Fred Bloom, played by Robert De Niro, who after being admitted to a witness program hides in France under a new identity. Together with his family, he must start a new life in a small town. His wife Maggie, Tommy Lee Jones, and children, daughter Belle, Deanna Agron, and son Jack, Johnny DeMaio, also cannot give up old habits. Each of them finds ways to apply their mafia skills in new conditions. Fred, despite trying to live a peaceful life, still attracts the attention of old acquaintances, which forces him and his family to be ready to fight again. The film combines elements of black comedy and crime thriller, showing how difficult it is to break with the past and start over when you are an ex-convict.
How was the first day?
Nothing special.
The film, The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, is based on the short story by F. Scott Fitzgerald and tells the story of a man who is born old and grows younger with age. In 1918, Benjamin is born in the body of an 80-year-old man with wrinkles and illnesses, causing horror to his father. Despite this, he is accepted by a governess who cares for him as if he were her own son. As Benjamin ages, he begins to grow younger, and this brings him joy and trials. He meets Daisy, the love of his life, but their relationship is complicated, as their life paths go in opposite directions. They experience a short period of happiness. Benjamin's life is full of losses, meetings, and partings in which he is forced to struggle with loneliness and internal contradictions. As he grows younger, he gradually loses the ability to have mature relationships until he finally reverts to being a baby and life in Daisy's arms. The Tower is a tense survival thriller centered around two friends, Becky and Hunter, passionate lovers of extreme adventures. Hunter offers them a new extreme challenge: to climb an abandoned television tower more than 600 meters high in the desert. As the girls climb to the top of the tower, they feel a surge of adrenaline and breathtaking views. But joy turns to horror when the ladder they were climbing collapses. Now, Becky and Hunter are trapped on a tiny platform at a dizzying height, without communication and with a minimal supply of water and food. Attempts to call for help are useless. There is a desert all around, and there is no rescuer to wait. The friends must show courage, ingenuity, and endurance to survive.